Oh, too bad the listeners didn't hear that one. And hello, everyone, and welcome to Cocktail Hour, episode 63. I'm Andy.
I'm Rev.
And with us is the lovely, fabulous, divine Susan Meagher.
Yay.
Yay.
Address the divinity part. Not many people recognize my divinity, and I appreciate those who do.
Yeah, I know you try to, downplay it and all, but...
I downplay it a little bit.
So, today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download at www.audibletrial.com/cocktail hour. Over 100,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Yay, and Susan has a book recommendation for us this time.
I do. I would recommend a new book by Mary Roach. Her new book is called Gulp.
Yep.
And it is one of a series she's written all about unique things. Her first one was about sex called Bonk. Another one was about death and cadavers called Stiff. She's pithy, funny, and I like her a lot. So I haven't yet chewed, or I haven't yet masticated Gulp, but I am going to.
And it is available at audible.com, so go get it for free and enjoy it along with your free 30-day trial.
Yeah, that's great. I'm going to get Bonk.
That sounds really interesting.
I know, right? And the thing with the death and cadavers, and that sounds kind of cool too.
Stiff.
Yeah. So speaking of stiff...
You have to say it that way.
Stiff. Yeah, speaking of which, I'm having my third Sex with Jennifer.
Oh my God.
Yay! Yay, me.
Do you spell Jennifer differently each time you have another drink just for fun?
Yeah, no. You ain't right.
To make you think you're going through a whole line of Jennifer.
Yeah, it's not Jennifer 1, Jennifer 2, Jennifer 3.
Or the first one could be Jen, or Jennifer, and then Jenny, then Jen, then just Jay.
And then just Jen.
Yeah, what do you do when you get to 8, number 8? That sounds like a South Park character now. All right, so, Susan, what are you drinking?
I'm just having cranberry juice tonight.
Just
Sorry.
cranberry juice? What, have you got a bladder infection?
Why, yes, I do.
Nice, Andy.
Honeymoon cystitis.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
No, I do not. I don't like vodka, and scotch doesn't go well in cranberry juice, so those are my options.
Well, rum.
I wanted something to go with the book, but the only thing the people in the book drank was beer, and I wasn't in the mood for a beer.
Oh, I should have had a beer. Damn it, but I didn't have any OxyContin, so I didn't think I could.
You got to have the right chaser, just saying.
No.
When our lovely host asked me what drink I would like, I said we could do beer and OxyContin because those are the only two applied substances used in the book. But
That's awesome.
Sherry,
no, I couldn't do it all the way. I just didn't want to.
They were in her other hospital gown.
That's awesome.
Oh.
So, what are you drinking, Sherry?
I'm having a glass of Pinot Grigio again.
Again?
Yeah.
Well, you crack open a new bottle?
I enjoy it, and I was gonna. Okay, I had contemplated making an old fashioned, which is what we had on the last show.
Right. Yeah.
And I did like it a lot. And then I was like, well, no, maybe I'll have a Kentucky Mule because that was delicious, and I think I have all the stuff for that. And then I got caught up reading something. I'll tell you in a little bit what I've been reading. And I was just too damn lazy. I actually didn't even start to think about logging on until Susan pinged us on Facebook a few minutes before 7, said, somebody going to call me?
Oops, that was my fault. I thought we were recording at 9.
Does anybody remember?
Oh, no, we love you. You know, you see us all logging in at 9 and go, where the hell is Susan? Where'd she go?
God, she stood us up.
She stood us up, damn it. Oh, Lordy.
Yeah, so I was just lazy. I was too lazy to actually put any effort into it.
Oh, I get that.
Old-fashioned is so easy, though. It's the best drink for the lazy alcoholic.
But you got to muddle stuff and measure stuff, which normally I really love to do. It's
Just
very
a little
fun.
sugar.
Yeah, but, well, then there's the oranges and the cherries, which I love. It was really good. But
They're good.
Yeah, very good. It was surprisingly good. Matter of fact, listeners, go back to the first episode that Susan's on. Check out the recipe for the old fashioned, and enjoy it because it's really, really good. So
I can tell you real quick if you want it again.
Go ahead.
It's so simple. You take a sugar cube, you put a few dashes of bitters in it, then you take a slice of orange, you muddle the whole little mess together, add just a splash, less than a quarter of an ounce of some form of water that you like. Could be sparkling or plain. And then a healthy jigger of rye or bourbon or whiskey, your favorite. Throw some ice cubes in and you are set.
I haven't had an old-fashioned in ages.
Yeah, probably since when we had that.
No, I didn't have it that time. I don't remember
right.
what was going on, but I've had them before, and they are delicious.
They are good. I drink them recently with rye.
I think we talked about this on
We did.
We talked about this on the last show.
We sure did.
Yeah.
We sure did.
Yeah.
And I got some really good cherries from Italy that are so good.
How
yeah,
good
we
are
need to
they?
talk about your trip to Italy later on, too.
Alrighty.
Yeah, we got to get all the scoop,
And my book about Italy.
I know that's what you wanted to talk about. Are you going to come and do a reading for us?
I would love to.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
We would love that.
Because it's coming out soon, right?
Yeah.
It's coming out, well, it should be out in May, but my editor is not fast. She's perfect other than not being fast.
Oh. Well, we'd rather have her be perfect than...
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So it's something else for the listeners to look forward to, and maybe a nice sneak peek reading.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Yay.
And maybe a giveaway to go along with it.
Maybe.
You bet. Give it away.
So, speaking of giveaways, we have a lucky winner.
We do, from the Sarah Ettrich conversation at the bar. And that winner is Jen, another person I don't know. It's nice. I like to give things away to people that I know, but it's super nice. We've had a lot of new commenters on the website recently. So congratulations, Jen. And Sarah already has your information and has probably already reached out to you to make arrangements. So congratulations.
Yeah, congrats. That's awesome.
Yay. And Susan has offered to give away loads of books tonight, but let's make them wait.
Yep, let's make them wait, because, that's how we roll.
Yeah.
Yep.
We like to,
Back up the truck.
Back up the truck.
We're all about delayed gratification.
That's awesome. Oh, good. And speaking of awesome, we want to remind everybody that we're still needing lots and lots of votes for the 2012 best show. Actually, shows, because we're going to expand it so that each venue can get its own nod.
Yep.
So please get your behinds over to our website and vote on your favorite shows. We had Susan last year.
Yeah.
That could be your favorite show.
It was my favorite.
See, well, you need to go over there and vote. You wouldn't be the first person voting for your own thing.
I'm betting that's true.
Oh, goodness. And we are having our second annual, and yes, we skipped a year, second annual Bearded Clam Challenge.
That's right. It's a writing challenge.
Yes, it is.
Don't fear the clam.
Don't fear the clam. All you have to do is write a short story between 10,000 and 30,000 words and use the phrase cocktail hour. The phrase is cocktail hour and bearded clam in any way you would like.
That's right. Susan, you should write one.
Uh-oh.
You should write one with and it has to be original. It can't be fanfic.
I can't copy off anyone?
No. I was going to say you should make one with Jamie and Ryan doing something, but then everybody, all the judges would know it was you, and that wouldn't be fair.
Well, that's true,
It
yeah.
would be funny if someone else used Jamie and Ryan. And
It totally would.
Oh, right?
Maybe I'll do one with Darren Carey.
Oh my God.
Great, wouldn't it?
That's awesome.
That'd be great. Oh, that's funny. Okay, yes, that would be fantastic. So keep that in mind, Susan, and tell all of your writer friends, because we would
I will.
the last time we did this, every entrant was a fanfic writer.
Yep.
Yep, they were all Xena writers.
Yep.
So yeah, we really want to get more people involved, and the winner of last year's, or the last one, is actually thinking about entering again this year. So that should be very exciting.
Oh, sweet.
That's a pretty substantial story, 10 to 30,000 words.
Well, we're not asking it to be turned in until July 15th. So we're giving a lot of time. It's a lot of time.
Well, especially if you figure
words a week between now and then, and you're all set.
It's 111 words a day. I think we figured it out.
Yeah,
if you did 10,000, I think
the days change.
Yeah. Well, that was when we first announced it. It's a
couple weeks ago.
It's a little bit more now, yeah. But Carson,
you just gotta write faster.
Yeah, that's true.
Or use some filler.
But if you check Facebook out, Carson Tate's always announcing how many words she wrote in a day.
That's right. She could knock this thing out in a weekend.
Yeah, no lie. 2 days done.
There you go. I think somebody should reach out to her.
Yeah, go ahead and do that, sure.
I don't actually know Carson Tate. She was on the show when I wasn't on, so I think you should do it.
All right, I'll send her an email.
There you go. There you go. Or have a shitload of her fans do it.
No, it's easier to just contact her. Just saying.
It might mean more to have her actual, I'm not saying you're not a fan, but all right, well, let's move on.
Let's move on before we get in a real sticky wicket. Okay, so Susan has joined us so that we can chat about her novel, Almost Heaven.
Which was heavenly.
Which was heavenly. Speaking of divine, right? Mm-hmm. And I want to say right off you know what? Let's talk about the summary of the book first, and then we can talk about our thoughts on the story.
Okay. So I didn't prepare anything, and it's been a few weeks since I read the book, but I'm confident in my ability to do this. Can Susan? Can you hum "Country Roads" in the background for me while you can? So this book, no, that's really distracting.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my God, my mind just went blank, and I can't remember the name of the characters. So there's Maddie
and Maddie Osborne.
Maddie Osborne, and what's the
what's the other one's name? Cody Keaton.
Cody
Keaton.
Cody Keaton. That's right. Because she's one of them Montgomerys.
One of them Montgomerys.
But she's a Keaton too.
She's a Keaton too.
That's right. Okay. So anyway. So this takes place in West Virginia, and Cody Keaton, dirt poor, really, really loyal to her family, thoughtful, kind of naive young woman who's constantly taking care of her family as best she can, even though she doesn't have anything. She takes one of her relatives to a clinic and finds a dollar on the ground. Well, she tries to give the dollar to the cashier woman, and because it's not her dollar, and the cashier woman's like, "Nobody's going to claim this dollar." Nobody's going to claim this dollar. Just keep the dollar. And she's like, I can't keep the dollar, and so eventually the woman talks her into getting a lottery ticket. Well, she goes home and they do the drawing, and she goes on over to her aunt and uncle's house, and anyway, after another day or so, she figures out that she has won the biggest lottery in like the history of ever, and she also pees her pants, which I thought was
like literally. She literally wets herself.
she figures
literally wets herself.
I pissed my pants, literally. So this all happens, in the first few pages of the book. So she wins all this money, and she doesn't tell anybody. She has no idea what to do or how to. She's just completely overwhelmed. So she goes to the bank, where she kind of creeps out the brand new bank manager, Maddie Osborne, by just kind of staring at the bank for a while. The bank's not open yet. She's just staring at the bank.
And she goes in army fatigues. She's wearing her cousin's army fatigues too, which are like 4 sizes too big for her.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm. She looks like a lunatic.
Mm-hmm. So Maddie goes out and said, why don't you come on in, and they start talking, and Cody's really kind of cryptic about what she needs, and it turns out after she goes away, or she just says, I'm come into a lot of money. What do I do with it? Because Cody has no idea what a bank does or what a bank is about, or it's just this place. So anyway, the book is essentially about how Cody's life, how her family's life changes when she wins this money. In addition to her developing relationship with the bank manager, Maddie, and Cody really is kind of this wonderfully sweet, innocent, just loyal and dedicated person, mm-hmm. and Maddie doesn't want to be where she is. Her whole life has been about getting to a big city and eating ethnic food and seeing mm-hmm. films and theater and stuff like
Italian.
Something more than the nachos at the bar.
Right? Oh, God.
Yeah.
How awful.
The machine was broken.
Oh, God. They had to go into, what was it, Greenville?
Yeah.
Had to go to Greenville, and the nacho machine was broken.
Oh, that's just not right. That's not right.
So anyway, that's what the book is about, and let's just talk about it.
Yeah, let's springboard from there, shall we?
Yeah.
Susan, I got to tell you, when I first read this book, after I was done with it, I had a discussion with Sherry, and I said, I think this is probably Susan's best work after All That Matters, because Sherry and I both love All That Matters. That's our very favorite one. But this one runs a very close second. I got to say, this one is a home run. This is a big home run book.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's pretty warm.
It's just amazing how you were able to keep a good pace on this story and then bring in a whole cast of characters. I mean, Disney would be jealous of the characters in this book. But yet, all of them have their own personalities. There's some very unlikable, some shady characters. Some people who are like, oh, fuck, I wouldn't want to get out of the car for her. But they're all in their own way. They come to life on the page,
Absolutely. Yep. And not even just the characters, but the way you describe the nature around Cody and Cody's love for the place that she lives in. And I mean, some of my favorite scenes are when she's out walking in nature or describing, how she feels when she's in the woods or in one or two of her favorite spots, and
right.
When she's communicating all of that to Maddie, and I mean Maddie, she's talking about didn't you ever go outside? No.
She was raised in a mall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she was raised indoors, as she said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that was a good line.
Yeah.
She's raised
and Cody just
need.
Yeah, she couldn't believe any of that. What? How could you, you've never climbed a tree? No, I don't think I've ever touched a tree.
But I found it interesting, too, that you would but you put in these really small details that you don't get caught up in it, but you give enough flavor so that when somebody's reading it, you're like, oh, wow, like talking about, you don't want to get chigger bites and these crazy-ass hound dogs that... they're here today, gone tomorrow. They like to eat the game that they catch rather than, tear it apart rather than bring it back to the hunter. I mean, but these like
their dogs were tough.
Oh,
they were
right.
tough dogs.
The guys with the shotguns looking all crazy when somebody comes up to them. I mean, it's just. I love these little touches that you put in this story.
Thank you.
Yeah. I agree. I loved it. I loved this book so hard, and I know that I've talked about this. I talked about it with both of you, but I went through like a week after I got done reading this book of listening to John Denver.
Oh no, that's not right.
Fill up my senses.
I had like 4 different songs that I would just play on this huge loop for a week, and my wife hates John Denver. So.
Oh my God.
So I think she blames you, but you did give her first autographed book, so there's a soft spot there.
Thank goodness. So, what inspired you to write this book? I mean, where did it come from?
I saw somebody who won Lotto and just started thinking about what that would be like, and I thought, if you're going to write it, you might as well make it be absolutely life-changing for somebody.
Yeah.
So the biggest way to have it be life-changing is to have it be something that would alter every single aspect of your life.
Yeah.
And
it did.
This would kind of do it.
No
I'm interested in West Virginia anyway. I love the state, and I hate what has happened to it, mostly because of industry and business and mining and just sort of treating it like a place we take things out of and throw away. So I wanted to write about West Virginia in a way that I thought was a compliment.
I think so, absolutely. And you put a lot of history in there, like with Cody's family and stuff like that. But I think one of the things that stood out to me that I really liked about this was the way that you handle poverty. The discussion of poverty and blaming the victim and, explaining, I mean, not necessarily explaining, but giving us insight into the culture of poverty, of the culture of cyclical poverty. Because, I mean,
it's almost always cyclical.
Absolutely. I mean, especially in such depressed places,
right.
But a perfect example is when Cody was answering questions after the big check presentation. Oh, I'm sorry. I just have to. When she says, "I'm going to have a big check," and she's talking about
literally,
it's a big check, a big cardboard check.
8 by 10.
That was hilarious. Oh my God. But when she's talking about that I get, or somebody had said, well, you've never had a job or something like that, and Cody just ripped them to shit.
Yeah.
And I think people need
20 hours a day just to stay, alive.
Mm-hmm, exactly. Collecting moss.
Yep. Yeah. And
How
hunting
the hell
it.
did you come up with that?
That's really kind of a big deal in the more rural parts of the Mid-East, collecting moss.
Huh.
I had no idea.
Yeah. It's almost always illegal because it's usually on government land.
Huh.
But yeah, when you get moss at the florist with something or around a plant, half of the time it's stolen from a forest.
Wow. And I had no idea that was real.
It's kind of slow growing, and there's just not a lot of money in growing it. So they're trying to go to plastic, but
Oh yeah, that's always a winner. Plastic.
What would Cody do?
No.
Stop taking away the jobs.
Oh God.
But part of my point in the book, the moral point of the book, I always try to have a moral in my books, is that the mere fact that you don't have money doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you or that you've made bad choices. It can just fucking happen.
Mm-hmm.
You can just be born in the wrong time, in the wrong region, in the wrong era, to the wrong people, and have a hell of a time getting out of it.
Yeah, I think you explained that really well. That moral was there, definitely.
And I'm sure you noticed that Maddie and Cody's families had been in roughly the same place, just one generation earlier.
Yep.
Right. Yep.
But
Yep.
Cody's family couldn't bounce back. Maddie's family did.
Mm-hmm. Now I got the book playing in my head now.
I know. Sorry, everybody. We're just reminiscing here.
Yeah, right? We both did it at the same time. That's awesome.
After I got done reading it, I was pretty sure that Almost Heaven had displaced All That Matters. So when I did my second reading, I read it, and then I immediately started All That Matters. And I have to say that Almost Heaven does come in second, but it's a close second.
It
Close
is.
second.
Yeah, it's a very close second. Yeah.
Maybe if they had a baby, it would have boosted them. Maybe if they'd had a baby, it would have boosted them.
No. No.
I don't know exactly what it would have. I think maybe Cody's. She just has so much back and forth with the. What am I gonna? Or maybe not back and forth, but I mean, she's just so adamant about not doing what Maddie is telling her to do as far as how to help her family with this money.
Right.
Yeah, and maybe that is, I don't know. And I think I didn't like Maddie as much as I did either Kylie and Blair or Cody. I mean, I liked her. She was very fine. She was very nice. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think there was more. I think there was more depth to both Kylie and Blair, as opposed to Maddie. But I did like Maddie.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe we just didn't get to delve deeply enough with her. I don't know.
It's tough because All That Matters is like, I don't know, 1,000 pages? I mean, it's huge.
It is. And it's all goodness, too. Oh, my God.
And it is difficult to write a book that is shorter than that and has as much resonance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Because you can just put so many more fine little details in that make the person more alive.
Yeah.
Andy and I had both said, because we discussed this book quite a lot after the first time that we read it.
Yeah.
And I think we both felt that it feels more like your earlier stuff.
It does.
Like
yeah.
Like All That Matters and Arbor Vitae. It's meatier.
Yeah, meatier. That's a really good word. It's meatier.
Yeah, and the characters just I can't get the characters out of my head for a week or two after I'm done reading the book.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you want.
Yep.
Yeah, and you definitely succeeded with this
My
one.
whole goal.
Yep. So, of course that makes it tougher for folks that follow it.
Yeah.
Believe me. All That Matters was my first standalone novel, and that's been like 11 years.
Wow.
And it's still almost everybody's favorite, which is kind of daunting.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Because I think my writing has gotten significantly better, but that doesn't impress readers. It really doesn't.
Well, in your case, it's so slight. You were a good author to begin with. I mean, right off the bat, you were a fantastic author, and then you just keep growing. But I got to say though, Almost Heaven, I agree with Sherry. It takes me back to the earlier work where it was meatier. It just seemed like more. I mean, even if the page count wasn't as high as All That Matters, it just
It's
seemed
still pretty darn big.
it was pretty big.
It is. Absolutely.
It was like 120,000, 130,000 words, and that's big.
That is big. That's huge.
Most books are around 80 or less.
I think maybe, I don't know, this is just me, opinions, opinions are like assholes, everybody's got one, but it just seems to me that the longer your book, the better they are.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that, but you'd be amazed that almost everyone I've worked with has said, your books are too big, cut them down, cut them down, cut them down. And I'm like, I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
Well, I think that here's the difference, I think, between like Almost Heaven and, let's say, Awakenings. Okay? So, Awakenings that was pretty big, right? Is that one pretty big?
Ridiculously huge, yeah.
Okay, but we talked about this in depth a few times. I think there's a difference in the level of detail and what is being detailed, and like in Almost Heaven, the detail that you give really enhances the scenery.
Mm-hmm.
You really have a great way of placing the reader in the location, and emotionally too, where the characters are. In Awakenings, there's a lot of detail, but it's just
blah 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 blah.
Well, God, I wasn't going to say it like that, but
I think my standalone novels are much better than those early I Found My Heart books. I just do.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there'd be. I haven't read past C, but
the current I think are pretty darn good.
Well, I have a hard time with series and anything.
You got to get through an awful lot to get to the one where I think my writing skills have gotten better.
And well, I mean, there's not that much of a time thing going. We talked about that before, so maybe somebody can just, maybe I can just pick up on L and.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that hard. It really wouldn't.
It's like watching General Hospital at 30 years after I stopped. I bet I could still pick up what's going on.
It's like that British series Coronation Street that's been on for 51 years now.
Oh my God. Really? That long?
5 nights a week.
Oh my God.
Crap.
And it's just out on Netflix. If you're bored, run right over there. I think they have something like 800 episodes.
Holy crap. Jesus.
Holy crap.
The people who were just born are now middle-aged when it started.
Wow.
Jeez. Wow.
Well, okay, so after, when the last time we talked, you hadn't released How to Wrangle a Woman yet. You were just putting the finishing touches on everything. Yeah, it's been that long. Because then you came and you did a short reading.
A reading, yeah. But the really funny part was you said the title is not How to Wrangle a Woman. It's something else.
Yeah, but then you had to go back.
I had to go back. I had already told Amazon what it was going to be, and it was a big deal to change it.
Oh Lord.
Well, that's fine. But I had heard some not great reviews about it, and after I got done reading Almost Heaven the first time, I wanted more of your work, so I went and I bought it, and I liked it. I forget who the Brooklyn. Yeah, I think she was kind of whiny, though. That was one of the big things that other people were saying, and that nothing happened. But I didn't agree with that at all. I really liked the pacing. Yeah, I think that. Huh?
I thought it was a decent book. I really did.
No, I did too.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Did you read that one?
I did, but I don't remember a damn thing about it, unfortunately. That's not a testimonial to Susan's work. That's me and my issues.
Yeah, but I mean, I liked it. I mean, I don't remember. There was one thing that, outside of Brooklyn being kind of whiny and going over the same things over and over, but I liked it. I thought it was funny, and I thought I really liked the pacing of their the development of their relationship. I liked it. So
I think if you like my style of writing, you'll like something about most of my novels. Because they're all sort of they're of a piece.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I've liked some more than
you more based on the characters or based on how that intersects with what you find interesting. But I don't think any of them are really clunkers.
No, not at all.
No, I don't think I've read one that I was just like, oh God, this is a big steaming crap of shit.
Yeah.
You know, but no.
Well, God knows I work hard enough on them. I'll tell you that. I would say that I spend, I can't even guess. The other day I worked from 9 in the morning until 2 in the morning.
Oh my God.
And didn't leave my desk once.
What?
I did. That's not odd for me.
No bathroom break, no water break, no
took a couple
nothing?
of bathroom breaks. But I ate in front of my computer, typing with one hand.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Is this about working on your new book, the Italian one?
Oh no, that's been in editing for 4 months already.
Okay.
And I have another after that is ready to go to editing, and I have the one that I just finished the other day, the first draft. So I have 3 backed up.
Good God, you're a writing machine.
I work hard at this.
Damn, no kidding.
And then I like to hold the book back and check it out in another 2 months to do another draft. And ideally, I will do that at least 3 times. So I've always got one I'm working on, but I've always got one that's waiting and another one that's ready to go.
Wow.
I do not understand. I was listening to Mary Higgins Clark the other day say that her book was due at her publisher on like Friday, and this was a Tuesday, and she had about 20,000 words to finish, and she hoped she got there. And I thought, you're just going to whip out 20,000 words and hand it over and never look at it again? Are you crazy?
Yeah, that's
nuts.
nuts.
Never do that.
Mm.
Well, I appreciate your hard work.
Draft, I change a lot.
Wow.
A whole lot.
And we are glad that you have that attention to detail because it shows in your
Thank
work.
you.
It really does.
But that's one of the benefits of self-publishing, too. I don't have to publish on a schedule.
No, that's true, yeah.
And if I tell Amazon I'm going to have a book ready in May and I don't give it to them till August, they don't care.
Wow.
No, they just don't care.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, so it is nice. And I never have to put one out that I'm not happy with.
So what are these 3 that you have going right now?
What's sneak preview, please?
Sneak preview. The Italian one that I'm very fond of is called The Crush. It's about a Chicagoan who works for an advertising agency. She is second-generation Italian-American, but she has no connection to Italy in any way. She's never been there. She's not that interested in it, blah, 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 blah. Her family, through a series of funny little laws, comes into the ability to manage the family winery in Tuscany. They don't own it, but they can manage it and live there. So her family convinces her to go and keep an eye on it until her father retires, and he wants to spend his retirement years lolling around Tuscany, sampling wine, eating olives, and it seems like fun. So she goes, and apparently running a winery is harder than it looks. It's not just sitting by the casks waiting for things to age. A whole lot needs to be done, and she knows nothing. She knows no Italian. She doesn't want to learn Italian. She's just stuck there. 2 years in paradise.
Wow.
But luckily, she meets a charming, gorgeous Italian winemaker, an enoteca. And she and Nicola,
oh, I love that name,
and Chiara eventually work together in the winery, and sparks fly.
Oh, nice. I can't wait.
And later on, they work together in the winery, don't they?
They work together in the winery.
Oh, are you saying they're working it? Is that what you're saying?
They actually work it in the winery once or twice, yes.
And how long do I have to wait for this book?
I hope it will be out at the end of May or the beginning of June.
I gotta wait that long?
It's not that long.
It is that long. Oh, man.
I'll send you the rough draft.
Ooh. Oh, I love you, Susan. I love you.
Yay. Oh,
but I would think anybody who likes Italy will enjoy this. Anybody who likes the fish out of water theme will enjoy this. Anybody who likes really hot girlfriend will enjoy this.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Something for everybody.
Oh, I can't wait. Cannot wait.
Okay.
And you wrote, did you write this when you were in Italy?
No.
Was it last year?
But the first time I went to Italy, I thought, I'm Italian. I just am. My family's from Ireland, but there's been a mistake somewhere because I am Italian.
I understand
I love
completely.
everything about it.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite place.
Isn't that interesting?
So I decided I had to write a book about it because then that would let me just steep myself in it and think about it all the time.
Oh, nice.
So this has let me play around with Italy for almost a year now. I've been on and off with this one for a solid year.
Wow. I cannot wait. That is so exciting.
And it's a big one, too. And, there's different ways of doing the romance theme. You can either do, will they get together or won't they get together? That's not so much this. This is more the two of them against other things.
I have to say, I like ones that aren't will they get together or won't they get together, because it's a romance novel. They're obviously going to get together.
Yeah.
So I prefer they're together and then some bad things happen.
This is them and how you run a business and how you overcome odds to run a small business. And you learn a little about farming, and you learn a little about winemaking and cheese and all the good things.
Very
I like
nice.
wine and cheese.
Yeah, me too.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't like wine and cheese?
I know, right? Yeah, I wouldn't trust them.
But only red wine in her region. She doesn't do any whites.
I like red wine. I like red wine a lot, but the smell is a little more powerful.
Yes.
My wife she doesn't like wine at all, so I drink white out of respect for her.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They eventually start to grow Brunello. I mean, to grow the grapes to make Brunello. So
I don't think I've had Brunello.
next time. Did you ever have wine from Montepulciano?
Nope.
Montalcino?
Nope.
Mm.
Clearly, we're going to have to talk offline about some wine. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, I should mention a big part of the book, which I forgot, which is probably 200 of the 400 pages, is about living in Siena and being Sienese.
Isn't that where they do the...
Yes, it is.
Okay.
What?
They do the palio,
The
where
palio.
they have this huge horse race.
Yep. Huge. And people half the time get hurt.
No one gets hurt in their year.
Not in your story, though, right?
Not in my story.
Okay.
Everybody's fine.
You know where I first heard of that was when I watched that Winds of War series back in the early 80s with Robert Mitchum.
Ah.
Yeah, they had a whole section where the older retired Jewish author lived in Siena.
Right.
And then they had they filmed all of this over in Europe. And they showed that race.
Fascinating.
Yep.
It's really a cool thing. And a lot of it is about being Sienese and having that kind of 600-year history that is just in your blood.
Mm-hmm.
And the American woman just has no connection to this, even though this is where her family is from. It was just cut off.
Yeah.
So she learns through osmosis, how to get some of it back.
That's really cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, my family's from Italy. We're from Calabria.
Lovely Calabria.
Yep. Tip of the boot.
Tip of the boot.
Tip of the boot. Top of the morning to you. Tip of the boot.
That's one book. That's The Crush. The one after that is probably going to be called The Reunion. I'm into short titles all of a sudden.
Yeah, I guess so.
And this is about two women who were in love with one another in high school, but didn't actively get past their reticence and meet again at their 25th high school reunion.
Oh,
wow.
Sorry, Andy.
Yeah, sorry. I might skip that one.
You don't like reunion stories?
Nope. Mm-mm. Or lots of flashback stories either.
Is one of them a prison guard or
Here we go.
or detective?
Yes. She's a prison guard who is a detective.
Oh no, that's not right.
Wow.
it's not right.
Who has flashbacks every other scene.
No. Say it's not so.
That's fantastic.
Sadly, Andy, there are a few flashbacks.
Oh, Lordy.
Well, there has to be.
Well, you know,
But
yeah.
It really works for me because you see these women who are 43, and one of them is really stuck in her life, and just she's in a really bad space. And seeing her as a young woman gives you a different insight into her, and I don't know, sort of the road not taken kind of stuff, which I like.
Yeah.
I like the reunion stories, so
cool.
I don't have a problem with that.
Well,
Time gaps and prison.
One of you might be happy.
I think I might be. When is this one coming out?
Don't know. It's just now going to editing.
Come on.
And then my last one that I just finished the first draft of yesterday is, it doesn't even have a name. You can name it if you'd like. 2 words. One has to be the...
One has to be a bee?
the. Since I have the crush and the reunion, I'm on a roll.
Oh, my.
Let's see. Let me open up my work in progress.
Boy, this is hot off the press.
Here it is. It's right here. It's on Scrivener. Oh, cool. It's about a political blogger who lives in Washington.
Oh, my God, I'm going to like it already.
Present day, no flashbacks.
Oh, yay.
And a systems architect, a real nerd. And one of them is straight.
Oh, I'm going to love this one.
Very straight.
Blair.
Straighter than
Oh,
Blair.
my God, straighter than Blair.
Straighter than Blair.
Wow.
Oh.
This is the straightest character I've ever written.
And you've written some straight characters.
And I've
You
written
have.
some straight
You sure as
characters.
hell have.
And the computer nerd is not... she's past androgynous. So she's boyish, to say the least. So I've got a little gender stuff going on. Got a whole lot of sexual orientation stuff going on.
Sweet. And it takes place in D.C.?
Takes place in D.C.
Oh,
There's a
I'm gonna
little
love this
political intrigue going on.
And no, you said it has to start with a V, as in...
No, I said V, T-H-E.
Oh,
T-H-E.
Oh, because I was going to say you could call it very straight, but...
Oh, God. Come on now.
The, huh?
No, it doesn't have to. It could be anything. You just think of it. You just think of it.
I think you should name it Bearded Clam.
No, bearded clam. Oh, my God.
Name it Cocktail Hour. The Cocktail Hour.
I could actually maybe name it Cocktail Hour because they go for a lot of cocktails.
There you go.
There you go.
There's a lot of drinking that goes on in Washington.
Yeah, there is a hell of a lot of drinking that goes on in Washington.
A whole lot of drinking.
Mm-hmm.
You should, and then just dedicate it to us.
Yeah,
Carrie
like
will
that.
understand.
Yeah.
She will understand. She might not even notice.
Oh, no, she would. She would.
Of course she would.
Of course she would. Carrie's awesome.
I wanted to. So I mentioned earlier that I'm really into a story right now, and it's one that I read years ago, and I liked it a lot, and I started reading it yesterday, and I'm pretty far into it, but I'm reading. What the hell is it called?
Oh no, brain fart.
I know.
I hate when that happens.
Hold on.
My buddy calls it a windowsill.
It's called The Right Thing.
Oh.
So I wanted to ask you. Now, I mean,
wait, is that the summer camp one?
It is. It is.
Oh, I can't believe I remembered that.
I know. My damn dog won't stop breaking in.
What the hell?
Dusty, out. Excuse me, everybody. Dusty, go. Out. Come on. Out.
How to wrangle your dog.
Exactly. Oh, all right, fine. You can
That's not
stay.
right.
So I wanted to ask you, now, most of the other stuff that you've written online has been published. Why not this one? I mean, I know it needs a lot of. It would need some tightening up, and
I'm looking at the file right here, the right thing, .scrivener, right on my desktop.
You and the Scrivener.
I spent probably 2 months earlier this year working on it.
Ah.
But I'm not. I'm nowhere near done. It's not. I've changed it so much.
So you're retooling it for publication.
I mean, massively retooling it.
Wow.
I think it would be a great story.
Flashbacks. I don't want to have all the. On the internet sending emails back and forth. They need to be in the same place, which makes you have to change the story a lot.
Yeah, but it was a great concept.
It is. It is, absolutely. I mean, and the thing. Oh, and I just wanted to say that I like that you have them named Hennessy, and then also Jameson is Townsend's middle name. So as soon as I
read your vodka,
that's awesome.
So, yeah,
and gin.
Yeah, so
Hennessy Boudreaux, and Townsend
Jameson, Bartley. Yeah, so I really, this story has stuck with me since the first time I read it years ago. It was one of the very first, right after I found your work, I kind of went on a binge of it. Mm-hmm. And I really like this story a lot, and I can see, as I'm reading it again, there's a lot of places where it can be tightened and changed, and I'm super excited to know that you're even working on it.
Yeah, no
kidding. I did that. I started that for a challenge that the Academy of Bards had, where they gave us a list of like 25 words, and you had to have the words included in the story.
Just like the Bearded Clam Challenge.
I'm coming to it. I'm going around the corner, coming right back to the Bearded Clam.
Oh, God.
So, that turned into like a 400-page book based on a very short little thing that I turned in for that. So, you Bearded Clam contestants, sharpen up those pencils.
Thank you.
Get Scrivener. Get Scrivener. Get your Scrivener download.
Get it down.
Yeah, my.
Yeah, so yes, that was just a short little thing, and then I thought I like this, so I kept going and going, and I couldn't find anybody who wanted to publish it at the time. I was with Fortitude at the time, and they weren't interested. And then I thought, I'm going to go off on my own. But then I started writing All That Matters and just kept going from there, and sort of haven't taken the time to sit back and relook at it.
Well, I'm glad that you are, because I think that both of those characters are interesting and flawed and I mean, obviously meant to be. I'm very excited knowing what you write now to see how you're going to do this.
Yeah.
It's going to be very different. And that's the other thing that I'm a little worried about is the people who have read it before will think, oh, that was all bloated and blah, 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 and not want to read it again. But I can't let that stop me.
Yeah, don't let it stop you. You got your own vision.
I think it's a pretty good book about a young person struggling with sobriety and impulses and impulse control and her inability to follow any rules of authority and all that stuff.
Yep.
But on the other hand, there's also, and I can't imagine that you would change Hennessy's character so much as to where, I find Hennessy's conflicts more interesting even than
more subtle.
Townsend's. Yeah, and she's the one that we look to, to be that solid, and it turns out she's screwed up too, and her being screwed up is even worse.
Right, she's a pretty typical adult child of alcoholics.
Yeah.
She's just trying to fix everything and keep all the balls in the air, and she doesn't have time to reflect or really think about her own needs and all that stuff.
Jesus, I'm so excited now.
I know, right?
Oh, cool.
And let's keep up the excitement. Let's talk about a giveaway, shall we?
Let's do
it.
Giveaways. So Susan was she didn't want to make Georgia Beers feel bad by because they're friends. And
Georgia Beers feel bad.
Yeah,
don't lie.
So Georgia came on and gave 5 books away. Susan said, so Susan immediately says, I'll give 6.
Yeah, no hesitation.
None at all.
Yeah.
And then she said, no, we'll do 5. We'll stick with 5. So Susan is giving away 5 books of the winner's choice, ebook or print. So there you go. So you know the deal. All you need to do is go over to the website and leave a comment about what your favorite part of the podcast is today. Sound good, or do you want to do what your favorite book is?
I like all of the above. Let's talk about how you enjoy the podcast and what of Susan's work is your favorite.
There you go.
Why not?
I would ask for an essay, but that's fine.
Well, you want to make him work for 6 damn books. I'm just saying.
Only 5. We're only doing 5 books.
Georgia feel bad.
Oh, we're only doing 5. Sorry, Georgia, if you're listening.
Susan, you're going to be at GCLS, right?
I am not.
What?
Oh.
No, say it's not so.
No, you're both going to cancel now, but...
Oh, man, we were looking forward to it.
I'm canceling our flight right now.
Oh, my God. Why are you not going?
Things came up. I don't know.
Oh, man.
Just not going to make it.
Shit.
But I'll go to P-Town.
Well, I might be there in October.
P-Town.
Yeah. You won't see Sherry in P-Town.
But I'm going to come see Sherry in Milwaukee.
Are you?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, yeah. And I already told my wife TJ that Carrie's going to be there and that we need to go up and have dinner with her. And she's like, absolutely. So
she's actually going to be there this Wednesday, but I think she's going to be full-time busy with her meeting all of her new coworkers.
Yeah, we'd have to do it on a weekend because
they keep calling her young lady and dear.
I saw that deer post.
I saw that on Facebook.
That was awesome.
Nice.
She's not going to put up with
that. Carries the bomb. I'd love to see the look she gave him too.
But she's very sweet about it. She's not one of these people who gets mad about stuff. She just is very clear. She's like, no, no, not at work. That doesn't work. No.
That is so cute.
I'd run off and get me some coffee. That's what she should say to them.
She should.
Oh, God, that's too funny.
Hot pants, get over there and make me some coffee.
Hey, speaking of GCLS and conferences, can I plug another conference?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Have you heard of the Lesbian Left Coast Conference?
No. Tell us more.
It's new. Thank you for asking.
All right.
It's new. Sponsored by Sapphire Books. Mm-hmm. It's going to be in Palm Springs. Everybody loves Palm Springs.
Everybody does.
And it's going to be in October from the 9th to the 13th.
Wow, they're kind of competing with Women's Week in P-Town.
Women's Week will start at the end of that week.
Oh, does it? Okay.
So you could do both.
Wow, coast-to-coast partying.
You hop in a plane, you go to Provincetown.
Yeah.
But a lot of people on the West Coast don't go to Provincetown.
That's true, yeah. They go to Palm Springs.
So this is going to be reader-focused, I believe. Not just a bunch of writers who get together. It's going to be for people who don't necessarily have any credits to their writing name. Mm-hmm. And they're going to have some social things. They're going to have dinners. They're going to have a dance, blah, 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 blah. And it's going to be at a Casa Lagunita. I'm not very good with that. Anyway, go to Sapphire Books Facebook page, and you will see information about it.
Oh, fantastic. Thanks for the heads up.
We need more of these.
Yeah, we have several listeners in California.
Mm-hmm. We need more conferences. We need more places for people to get together and talk about books.
Yep.
And writing and bearded clams.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Not in that order.
Not in that order.
That's right. Bearded clams
should always start. Does everyone know?
Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows
I'm not going to be able to go to that conference either, but I wish I could go.
I'm just going to miss you at GCLS this year.
Well, thank you. Maybe I'll just come to your house and visit you.
Yeah, you can always, but you don't like Florida.
Well, I wouldn't be in Florida. I'd be at your house. I wouldn't even know I was in Florida.
Just pretend you're in, West Virginia.
I'd just be at your house drinking Jennifer.
Bring it down, sister. My house is your house.
That's my new thing this year. I'm going to visit all of my readers instead of going to conferences. Going door to door.
That's awesome.
Hi, I'm Susan. I saw you on Facebook. You mentioned something about one of my books. I thought I'd stop by and say hi.
Oh, that's right. You said you hated my books. I'm so sorry.
Can I use your bathroom? It's been a long trip.
Oh, no. That's not right.
I'm here from Oskaloosa.
Tuscaloosa.
Yes.
Oh, my God. Well, can you believe an hour has gone by already?
Oh, I had one more question.
Oh, you did?
I did. I had one more question.
Well, bring it on, sister.
So there's been a lot of expansion in the audiobook market for lesbian fiction, and I've seen it's really starting to pick up. Have you thought about putting out audiobooks of any of yours?
I have not.
You should.
Mine are so big. It would take forever. It'd be 50 DVDs.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, you do MP3s now, and they're not that big. But I mean,
I'm certainly not averse.
So you should contact Karen Wolfer and talk to her.
Go over Dog Ear Audio?
Yeah.
Your audio.
Yeah.
That's not a bad
idea. I
idea.
have a friend who has a recording studio in his home. He's a voiceover artist.
Oh, wow.
You talk to him because Georgia has done
I know
a couple of them now with Karen.
She did Starting from Scratch.
Yeah, and she also has she's got another one out that I don't think was done through Dog Ear, but it's Too Close to Touch is also, it's on Audible right now, and Starting from Scratch will be there at some point, but it's available now through Dog Ear. But I would love to, because that's how I've been reading The Right Thing, is with the text to speech thing, and I would love to hear
a real voice.
Kylie and Blair. Absolutely.
Oh, hell yeah. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I think that I don't know. I mean, and Andy and I may be biased because we've been really enjoying audiobooks for the last, year or so.
Yeah.
But yeah, seriously, you should think about it. Oh, you know what we should talk about that we didn't that's not really common knowledge is the new thing that you might be doing with your writing.
Me? That
came from my great idea of the writing extra scenes and putting them up for free.
Oh, right.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Got it.
Tell them.
What?
Well,
I didn't tell you, Andy. This was on. We were talking about it on Mostly Lesbic.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think most readers, if they're very fond of a book, want to know what happened after the book ends. And historically, I've not wanted to do sequels because I've kind of closed, the door to that couple and let them go and live their lives. I generally tend to say everything I pretty much have to say, but there could be little snippets of post-book that I could put somewhere on my website.
Mm-hmm.
Because you said that you have loads of scenes that you cut out.
I do also have loads of scenes that I've cut out. Loads.
And so just put them on the website? Is it like a little...
loads.
Yeah.
Like how she says that. That's awesome.
Because what we were talking about is Jay does that, or she, when L Book was up and running, she would regularly write like little vignettes of something that happened to that couple at some point, that didn't necessarily have to be time related. And if they were, you put a little sentence in there, this happened between this scene and this scene or something like that. Yeah. And then, they were free. You just go and download them and your fans are like, oh, yay, there's more stuff and you're giving it away for free. And you're a hero and we're happy.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great idea.
See, I have them.
You do have them. That's fantastico.
It is a great idea.
And they almost all have to do with other people doing work and me just going, see, it's a great idea.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're good at that.
So maybe that might happen at some point.
The world needs managers, too.
That's right.
Not just workers. Managers are important.
That's true.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I would like to do that. Actually, I could do that fairly easily with The Crush. There's a whole lot that I cut out. A whole lot.
Give it a shot. See how it goes.
Because I was, it's always sort of a problem if you are in love too much with your book and with the characters, and you just can't stand to be away from them, so you keep writing extra scenes because you don't want it to end.
Well, didn't that happen with All That Matters?
I do this all the time. Mm-hmm. I'm like, no, then this happens, and then this could happen, and this could happen, and this could happen. But it doesn't move the plot along at all. There's no reason for it to happen at all. But I just wanted to write the scene.
Yeah.
So I have probably 6 or 7 of them from The Crush that I just couldn't justify putting in the book.
Oh wow. Oh
See,
yeah.
People like me would snap that up.
Yeah, not just you, me too.
Yeah, okay. But that's it. People like me. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've been drinking.
Or well, at least you like me.
I'll do it for The Crush.
All right.
There you go. Oh, that's awesome. Yay.
Crush and not like it at all.
Oh, no. We're going to like it. I can tell already.
Oh, and there's extra. Great.
That's not coming out of my lips. That's for damn sure.
It's more crap to slog for.
Oh, stop. Don't make me come to your house.
This whole scene is just about her outfit and her hair.
And her hair.
I do have to tell you, Sherry, you are going to have a little problem with The Crush. Because Kiara is totally into how she looks. She's totally into her outfits and the way she dresses and
her hair.
Fashion. I apologize, but it's just the facts.
Well, she's super hot. I could probably overlook
She's super hot.
So, all right. Does she have awesome abs?
She does not have awesome abs. No, she's not the muscular type.
She's got a big rack.
She does not have a particularly big rack, but she's just
screw this.
Oh no.
She's just a gorgeous Italian woman who's just rife with sex appeal.
Oh, I like that.
All right. Well, I'm forewarned, so maybe maybe that'll help.
But I tried not to spend too much time on hair. I barely know what Nicola's hair looks like, even. So.
Oh God.
See, and you didn't do that at all in Almost Heaven.
No, there's no hair.
There is no hair.
You really didn't spend a lot of time on that, and the things that you talked about their clothes were meaningful in setting the scenes of the story or moving.
I'm trying to learn.
No, it was fantastic.
It makes sense.
I'm telling you, if you guys are fans of Susan's early books, if you like All That Matters, if you love All That Matters, and you have
don't.
Well, I'm just saying, even if you don't, everybody should read Almost Heaven.
I hear from a lot of people who will say, "Oh yeah, I started trying to read your books, but and couldn't do it." And I think that's because they will start to read the San Francisco series, and they say, "Oh my God,
Oh, there's man sex."
Well, not even that, but there's a whole lot going on, and as you say, there's a lot of detail that isn't really necessary, and the books are really quite bloated. And I think that's not true for the novels. I think they are more appropriate length, and things that are in them are more appropriate to moving the story around.
Well, I think that is true, but I do like the novels that you did that are longer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do too.
I really do. But like
but
you
I
said
think
earlier,
what she's saying is that they're not just filled with miscellaneous
Right,
details
right.
like the,
Right.
that. Like
yeah,
the
better pacing and not as much blood.
book and stuff. There's no recipes in any of my novels.
Oh,
only
well.
in Infant History.
And there's just so everybody knows that I don't think there's no penis action in Almost Heaven. So if you're
I don't believe
used
there's
to that,
in Almost Heaven.
well, I mean, there's man, but there's no there's no
seen
penis. No.
Neither woman has ever had a penis anywhere near her.
Well,
That's true.
yeah, there you go.
This is a penis-free book.
You should put that on the cover.
The Crush is penis too. There are no penises to be found.
You know how they have those sticker-looking
Yeah.
that come on the front cover? Put one on the Crush that says 100% penis free.
100% penis-free. That's 2 books in a row with not only no penises, but neither woman having ever fooled around with guys.
Wow.
You're on a roll, sister.
Yeah.
Oh, and then when you finally redo The Right Thing, there's no penises in that either.
No. Well, there is. There is.
Oh, well, there is, but not. Yeah, you're right. But we don't.
It's an unfortunate penis incident, though.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. But we don't get to talk. We don't really talk about that. The word doesn't come up. I don't think.
No. Actually, it was more like assault than anything.
Yes.
I got a couple ideas for the DC novel.
I'm ready.
The Hill.
Good.
The Machine.
The Machine, as we say in Italy.
The Machine.
You're having a hard time breaking away from that, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. Just throwing them out there. Or Cocktail Hour, that works.
Cocktail Hour work?
Mm-hmm.
You guys are going to be amazed if it really does come out to be Cocktail Hour.
I know, right? We're going to be, oh my God. We will talk about that for a year.
Cocktail Hour, 100% penis free.
And people are like, but what does that got to do with the book? Nothing.
That's not right. Come on.
Well, you need to own. Yeah, you just need to write a new scene with with something that the cocktail. Or you could write a new scene with the bearded clam.
Oh my.
And
No.
Now you're talking.
The bearded clam.
I'm telling you, Susan, if I read one of your books and it's got bearded clam in it, I'm going to fall out.
Yeah, right. She will. She'll pass right. She'll hyperventilate and pass out.
I will buy everybody I know a copy and highlight it.
It's your bestseller ever.
I'll shove that into the Crush right when I get back from editing. Just apropos of nothing. Just
Maybe there could be a new line.
Yara say, what is this bearded clam?
That's awesome.
Oh,
I
your
don't think we
short
have
stories.
these in Tuscany. I don't know from the bearded clam. If I do an audio book of The Crush, do I have to use my bad Italian accent for Chiara?
You could.
I think I'd have to.
Is it a comedy?
No. I read it. Or a tragedy.
Oh my God. It's a
You
Greek
want to hire
tragedy.
somebody.
I need to hire someone, yes.
Oh my.
With a beautiful Italian accent.
That would be fantastic.
That would be.
Oh, well, we're running way over now.
I know. We are running way over.
Just cut the boring parts.
Nah, we ain't cutting nothing.
Tiffany.
Nothing. All right, so, gang.
It's been fun, kids.
It has been fun.
Yes, thanks, Susan, so much for coming back. And then we'll look forward to a reading of The Crush.
Heck yeah.
I am ready.
All right.
Excellent.
All right.
Early
Well,
June.
thank you again, and so long, all.
Bye.
You. Bye.